What is going on? I am zmoT. 2 videos in one day. OMG. War season has started. Did a complete dummy thing. Now, I'm going to take 80% of the blame on this. 20% of the blame's going to go Supercell's way, though. They got rid of that super annoying boat animation, but they never once tell you, hey, you need to go back to that ridiculous boat screen. If you go back to that boat screen, all of your chests are there. Thank you for all 40 people who commented and told me you're an idiot, because I agree, I'm an idiot. Nonetheless, make sure you go into that screen. I think that's bad user experience on my part, or bad user UX, user experience. I think that's only 80% my fault. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm an idiot or just a little bit of an idiot. Anyways, here we go. War Factory. This is a great War Factory. This is one that anyone can beat. I'm going to say that again. Anyone can beat this War Factory. This is one that if you've never beat War Factory before, you should try and beat this. Now, the easiest way to get this started is to go hack this shock launcher. We will definitely go do that, but otherwise all you need to do is walk forward on this War Factory and you can take it out. That's it, that's all. There's no magic to this. Now, saying that, I'm probably going to fail or something ridiculous. So we're going to start with Everspark with the universal remote. If you don't have the universal remote, it's not that big of a deal. Just use all of your gunboat energy on this shock launcher and you should be okay. There's nothing on the sides. There's nothing to worry about. This hot pot is too far away. This rocket launcher is too far away. The mortars are just off yonder doing whatever the heck mortars do. This looks very easy. The Doom Cannon will be a problem, but we're just going to ignore it. I don't care about you, Doom Cannon. So with enough talking, let's just drop right into here. We'll get Everspark right into there, and now I'm going to walk in this general direction. We're going to walk back here, and we're going to drop all sorts of smoke, and we're going to use Everspark as soon as she gets somewhere close to where we need her. Try and keep the smoke nice and thick so that you're not screwing up and hitting a boom mine or having a laser shoot you in the face or something. But otherwise, I mean, that is literally all we have to do right now. At this point, we're ready to take it on, and I have a whole bunch of extra GBE. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my gunboat energy right up front to get rid of all of these boom mines. We've got rid of a whole bunch of mines. Great. We're doing fantastic work here. And then I'm going to use all sorts of gunboat energy on this Doom Cannon. I figure we don't need to drop troops until the second attack, so we'll do that, and we'll click retreat, and we're done. That's all we're going to do on our first attack. Second attack, we're going to do something very similar. All I'm going to do for my second attack is use gunboat energy on this Doom Cannon. Nothing else. Now we're going to use our gunboat energy on the corner of the Doom Cannon and the sniper tower to start with. Now that the sniper tower is gone, we're going to move to this cannon. The sniper tower would probably be in that weird spot where some troops go for the core and there's machine guns nearby, so we might as well do our best to get rid of the sniper tower first. And now we're done. I mean, let's retreat one more time. Now here's the thing. We need to figure out how many rifles we need to add and how many, because if you add too many, you lose power. I'm going to go with 2 boats. I think that's probably the best balance between keeping the zookas alive and still having some zookas in behind. They can shoot these cannons in the figurative face. Now that we've got rid of things with the universal remote, we're going to drop Critter Swarm and we're just going to go ham. By the way, ham has 2 A's in it for those of you who are unaware. I'm going to finish barding out this Doom Cannon first. Probably could leave that for a little bit and just farm some GBE up the front. Make sure you have at least 36 GBE because you're going to want to have at least 3 shocks. If you didn't know 3 shocks cost 36 GBE, you should probably learn that pretty darn quick. Let's go like this. We're going to use smoke. You don't have to use smoke. You can do this exact attack without using any smoke whatsoever. It just means that your shocks are going to have to come out before your troops, and I really, really don't like doing that. So we're going to use a shock here. Now that we've got all of our critters coming forward, we've got our rifles out front, all we need to do is make sure that the flamethrowers don't eat all of our critters and those lasers don't eat all of our troops. So shock a little bit early. Don't have to rush it all that much. Just make sure you shock somewhat early. We're going to get even more critters out because they're going to clear all those mines for us. Uh-oh, laser about to ruin our face. Probably did not need that shock, but better safe than sorry. Now, all I'm doing right now is I'm just going to watch until I have no rifles left, and then I'm going to retreat. We don't need to be heroes here. We're not going to try and get all of this down in one hit. Doesn't really matter. But as soon as we run out of rifles, it's time to retreat. Nothing else fancy. No need to get anything extraordinary here. So we're going to click retreat now, and we'll click retreat one more time. Use the last of our gunboat energy on those cannons, and then run away. Rifles load very, very quickly, so as soon as they're gone, just run away. We've got 2 more attacks, and not a big deal, especially if you don't have instant training. Just run away and go back in a minute or two. Now, the only thing you're going to have to be careful of here is make sure that Everspark doesn't die when you drop her. So I'm going to come over into here, and then we're going to just let the troops fan out from here. We're going to drop some extra critters. Might as well drop some shocks just to make sure that Everspark doesn't die for whatever reason. We'll use all of our GBE to drop even more critters at this point. And I think that is basically it. I mean, the only concern is that this laser right here might turn. So you could actually even just zoom in right here and watch that laser. It's probably not going to turn for a while, but if it does, we'll just shock it. There's no concerns here whatsoever. We have lots and lots of rifles left. We're going to throw a shock on this sniper tower because it's going to be a little bit annoying. There's the laser. The laser turning towards those critters that are way, way off to the side. Not a big concern whatsoever. Uh-oh. See? There we go. See? Laser coming into play one more time. Probably should have retreated by now. So maybe you want to retreat before you get to the core. We're going to use the rest of our gunboat energy on this here sniper tower, and then we'll retreat. Because Everspark is going to be an issue as soon as you start getting critters walking off to the side. As you saw, we lost some zookas there. But really, in the big picture, not a big concern whatsoever. So we still have 1 attack left. We're going to switch to all zookas and brick, and that way we know that they're not going to trigger that laser off to the side, and they're not going to have critters that are going to activate the hot pot or anything like that. And then we're just going to walk right over to here, close to that right wall to stay far, far, far away from the laser. And GG. That's what we're supposed to say, right? By the way, there are some really, really good games for free right now on Steam. I can't remember what they are. I think there's one called Grid 2, a coworker recommended. Another one called something guacamole. So check out Steam if you have a Steam account. Totally random thing that just came to mind because I just added them to my Steam account. I don't even know if I'll play them, but they're free games, so you can't really go wrong now, can you? So what we're going to do, now that we did it the dead simple, dumb way, I mean, that's not even dumb, really. It's just super. You can turn your brain off and follow along. You can color inside. As long as you can color inside the lines, you're good to go there. So I'm going to switch accounts. We'll try to solo it. I haven't even looked at the shield yet. I won't even scout the shield. I'll be back in about 4 seconds, and we'll do what we can to hit War Factory here. I think that's the fastest I've ever gotten back between accounts. Holy moly. War Factory coming back right there. You see how it just popped into place? Beautiful. So let's have a look at the shield. The shield is 2.6 million, sort of beefy. So we're at 3.1 million. That's a fair amount of health. but it's not a big deal. We're going to just make up some random path. We're going to walk past the laser. I've got my Zooka speed boost boosted to some level. I don't even know what it is. We're going to bring Bullet, maybe? Let's bring Bullet. We'll bring Bullet and Shock Knuckles just for something to do. Let's check to see what I'm boosted to. 30%. 30% Zooka speed, as you might have seen in my previous video, is the perfect speed. They'll walk the exact same rate as Mr. Bullet, and we should hopefully be able to get back behind the core and solo this or not. Don't really know, but doesn't really matter. We're going to do a nice diagonal walk from right about here. Again, we're just completely oh, lasers in the face. Did not look at that side at all. That is not a good start whatsoever. So if we can solo this now, I will be very, very, very impressed, because we just lost something like 90% of our troops by not paying attention to what I was doing. So yay, off to a grand start. Let's go like this. I'm going to get back into here. And now Shock Knuckles will hopefully shock something useful, and then maybe we can solo this with some critters over here, and Shock over here, and Bullet doing something useful, and a Doom Cannon Shock, and some critters. I really don't know. Bullet is off to the side, sort of by that sniper tower, so hopefully he can take that sniper tower out, and then we can just kind of hide in here somewhere. I really don't know. This is not what I would suggest anyone do, because I'm now sitting here with no GBE left, and that sniper is going to ruin my life, and those cannons are also going to shoot all our troops, so a terrible, terrible solo attempt. Now, obviously, you could just walk up that right side without any difficulty at all. I decided to go for the strange, made-up diagonal path, and it was a bad idea. Now, let's retreat and see if we can't clear some of those shock mines. It's actually kind of a decent strategy sometimes, is to retreat like that on an operation attack with like 1 or 2 seconds left to clear some mines. Let's try this one more time. Just one more time. Let's do it on the right-hand side. This is where the normal person who wants to actually solo it should drop their troops, just like the first time we did it. Look how perfect those drops are. I have talked about those exact smoke points many, many times on many, many videos. If you have any questions, please do ask, but I think I've covered them too many times. And now we're just going to go 1 and 2 into that back corner. Amazing what happens when you actually land your troops in a proper manner. And now we should be good to go. We're going to shock right about here and about here. And we might as well use Shock Knuckles just for fun. Shock Knuckles, and down goes all of the core. Not ideal, but whatevs. Shock Knuckles one more time, just to add to the shocks that I already threw. Core going down on a beautiful 2-hit solo. Makes perfect sense. Let's throw some critters over here for this laser. Oh, it didn't fire. Anyways, that is War Factory in 2 ways. Probably should be able to solo that fairly easily for any player. I would say HQ 18 or higher should be able to solo that unboosted. It might take a few trial and errors, and you probably have to have good statue support. But that's it. That's all. A complete dummy, I'm an idiot moment for warships, and a decent War Factory hit, and then a bad War Factory hit. So 2 videos, 1 day. I hope this video finds you well. As always, I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Talk to you soon. Peace.